Okay, hi, this is Darren from PT Health. It's Saturday morning. Feeling a bit scruffy this morning, but that's all good. I'm going to do some circuits today. I'm going to show you a circuit following on from the circuits that I put on the desktop widget and on YouTube a month or so ago. If you remember, the first circuits were really foundation stuff, just kind of getting you prepped after Christmas, after the Christmas binging and all that sort of stuff. Some stretch workouts are on there, and then also some foundation stuff just to get the muscles working again. What we're going to do now is basically work through each of the movement patterns. So this is like a 10-piece circuit. There's a sequence of them. We're going to start with the first one today, and what we're basically doing is just working through each of the movement patterns. So there's 10 different exercises in there. We're looking at working on squats, lunges, the push, the pull, rotates, a little bit of core, bending, extending, and we're just going to pick an exercise for each of those basic movement patterns and string them together. And you can string them together either, for example, 45 seconds on each exercise with a 15-second break. You can do, if you're feeling quite fit and fruity that day, you can do maybe a minute on each exercise. I wouldn't go over a minute. That's probably going to be your limit, otherwise you're going to start getting into the wrong energy systems. But maybe 45 seconds with a 10-second break, maybe a minute with a 15-second break. You could maybe even try some real sprints, as fast as you can for 30 seconds, maybe with a 5 or a 10-second break. Gauge yourself. I think it's good to start with a 45-second and a 15-second break. But you can also do it in repetitions. If you haven't got a clock around handy, then you can just do 15 reps and maybe take 15, 20 seconds break, move on to the next exercise. Okay, whatever works for you. It depends on your environment. If you're in a gym, then maybe you're going to be needing to do repetitions. If you're in the studio here, or if you're at home, you can do this at home, and then maybe you can keep a clock handy and you can do it in time. After a couple of weeks, you can move on to circuit 2, circuit 3, circuit 4. We're going to put maybe 5 or 6 different circuits on here. And basically all we're going to do is take each of these movement patterns. The lunge, for example, we start with a static lunge, which I'll show you in a minute. And then we're going to move that on perhaps to a multi-directional lunge, then into a lunge with a twist, eventually build you right up to alternate jump lunges where we're working on power-based exercises. So there's going to be progressions through each of the squats, each of the lunging, each of the bending, extending, etc. Okay, so it starts off fairly simple. By the end of the circuits, by the end of the progressions, it's going to be quite tricky. Okay, quite a tough workout. Later on, I'm also going to put perhaps some TRX circuits in there, some cable circuits, just some specific core circuits, something for everyone. Okay, if you're a gym goer and you're not sure what to do, if you come down to the studio and use the facilities here and you're not sure what to do, try these circuits out. They're great for fat burning. I'm going to try and put some PDFs in the Dropbox as well, so you can download those, which will hopefully have little pictures and stuff to remind you. If you can get YouTube, then you can pretty much clock this onto your iPhone or whatever, and just follow this in the gym. Okay. Remember, with all this exercise stuff, exercises are great, but the benefits of exercise are nothing without nutrition. Okay, it's not about a calorie in, a calorie out. You can't eat what you want and then come down to the studio or to the gym, burn off a few calories and think, well, that's cancelled out now, the bad nutrition I have. It doesn't work like that. It's not about a calorie in, a calorie out. Okay, you need to get your sugars out of the diet, you need to get your dairies out of the diet, you need to get your wheats and your grains out of the diet. Try that and then see the results from that. Okay, all of this exercise, to be honest, it's pretty pointless unless you're going to put the fuel in as well. Okay, you should think of the equation: nutrition, your results are nutrition times 2 times your exercise. Okay, that's pretty much the equation for success. Okay, the nutrition is at least twice as important as the exercise. Okay, so having said all that, we're going to get on. I'm going to show you this circuit. The first one, as I said, is fairly basic. Just basic movement patterns, but when you string this together, it's going to be tough. Okay, I'm going to show you maybe 10 or 15 seconds on each exercise, move you straight on, and give it a go, see how you do. As I say, we'll be moving this on every couple of weeks or every month or so you can keep yourself progressing. Okay, so we'll move on with the first circuit.